Part 1. Unfortunate Broken Arrow Family.
Broken Arrow 911. Hello?
Oh,
Hi, where are you at?
Broken Arrow, Oklahoma 7411.
What address?
700 Magnolia Court.
It was the night of July 22nd, 2015. Silence and calmness was in the Broken Arrow Police Department. Officer Brandon Tenner was enjoying his night shift when the department received a weird call from a 12-year-old.
He has an idea feeling me.
The dispatcher thought that it was a normal domestic violence case, but then the child went inaudible, pleaded with someone, and the line became dead.
Who is it? Do they? Are you there?
12-year-old Daniel was on the other side of the call. It was 11:30 p.m. and his 3 family members were already murdered. He was enjoying the night in his room when he heard the commotion. Coming out, he saw a killer stabbing his mom, dad, and sister. His mom yelled to him to call 911. Getting scared, he ran and locked himself in his dad's office. He was panicking. The killer was just outside of the locked door, and he knew he was the next target. He immediately called 911. While he was on the call, he heard the scared voice of his second oldest brother. 16 years old Michael Bever pleaded to him to let him in the room. While the 911 dispatcher was on the call, Daniel opened the door to Michael, assuming that he was saving his brother from death. But the young boy was betrayed deeply when his elder brother let the killer into the room. The call was going on when 12-year-old Daniel was stabbed 21 times. The dispatcher told about this weird call to Officer Tenner, who went out to check the place. Assuming it was a minor domestic violence case, he didn't hurry.
Of domestic disturbance, which unfortunately is a very common call. Therefore, there was no exigency in getting there. There were no lights and sirens to get to this call based on the information that.
But when his car stopped in front of the house, he realized something was weird.
A flashlight, habit to see what I'm stepping up onto, and there was a huge amount of blood.
The blood was trailing back to the house as if the injured person was pulled back inside. The officer quickly took out his walkie-talkie and alerted other officers. He decided to remain on the porch while waiting for his backup. But then he heard a small voice coming from the house.
Still conscious, so she could say help me, but quite honestly, the way she was saying help me sounded like a very calm.
A child was pleading for help. Not wasting any more seconds, Officer Tenner kicked the door and stepped into the house of terror.
Inclination that we were going to walk up on the carnage that we walked up on.
13-year-old Crystal Bever was lying in the doorway, still conscious and pleading for help. Her throat was slashed open, her body parts were injured, and she was slowly losing her blood. In the living room, April and David Bever, the parents of the house, were lying in their pools of blood, already dead. The officer quickly slouched down near Crystal, asking her about the killer. Her answer shocked the officer to his core.
So I needed the information from her on who did this so we can ensure that we held those people accountable for what they'd done.
The killers were her 2 eldest brothers, Robert and Michael Bever. She told Tenner that she was their first victim, and then her entire family became the target of their hatred and madness. Officer Tenner remained with Crystal until other officers came. Once Crystal was in the ambulance, police officers searched the whole house. In one room, they found the dead body of Daniel Bever, the lion-hearted boy who saved the lives of almost 50 people. How did he do that? Telling you in a while. Coming back to the gloomy house in one washroom, the officer found the dead body of 7-year-old Christopher, and in one room, they found the dead body of 5-year-old Victoria. Young kids were stabbed multiple times. Their dead bodies were soaked in their blood, and it was so devastating to imagine that their own brothers had killed them. When Officer Tenner stepped into the last room of the house, a miracle was waiting for him there.
I picked the baby up, she started moving, so I realized, okay, we have another survivor, and just walked straight downstairs and took her to another ambulance to be checked out.
2-year-old Autumn Bever was unharmed. Her brothers forgot to kill her. Once officers sent off the ambulance with 2 survivors, they set off to find the criminals. It didn't take them long. Dogs sniffed their scent, led the officers to the woods present toward the back of the house. and 18-year-old Robert and 16-year-old Michael were immediately arrested. Now, why did they murder their whole family? The answer to this question will chill you to your bones. Part 2. Psychology of Twisted Teenage Brothers.
You were just more like the number of people getting killed was kind of interesting and exciting.
It was 2013 when the Beaver brothers were making different YouTube videos to become famous. Robert and Michael were quite obsessed with the world of the internet and wanted the world to recognize them.
I'm going to make my first sketch soon. Can't show you a sneak preview or it would ruin it. It'll be like a minute long. It's going to be some good stuff.
He was Robert, and he was quite obsessed with fame. But why? Well, to understand it, we have to delve into the lives of the Beaver family. Relatives and neighbors had reported that David Beaver was quite strict with his children. Some people doubted that he was physically and verbally abusive with his children. He would not send them to school, not allow any social activity, and definitely not allow any friends. Michael Beaver's attitude toward his father's death clearly shows his hatred toward his father.
And then I would go upstairs and shoot David, Dad, and the guy with my pistol crossbow, which would kill him, and then I would go.
He used his father's first name while discussing how his brother murdered him. This proved that he was emotionally detached from his father and deeply hated him. If we talk about April Deaver, she was a tired but happy mom who was homeschooling her 7 children. She was trying to be a good mom, but her eldest wasn't happy with this setup. For him, he was trapped in the home, away from society and fame. His YouTube videos were his desperate attempt to become famous and get out of the prison his house was.
Hairstyle, check it. It's called a faux hawk, where I don't have to shave the rest of my head, but I still get mohawk. I hope it still looks like a faux hawk.
His YouTube videos also revealed that he was quite close to his brother, Michael. Both used to remain up till late at night, telling ghost stories to each other and having fun. But the tight leash of parents was slowly making them frustrated, and they were eager to see the real world. This eagerness took them toward the evil side of the internet. Both brothers became obsessed with the school shooters and killers.
Yeah, I would call him back then James Egan Holmes. James Egan Holmes is a guy that shot up the theater.
In Colorado?
Yeah, he killed 12 and
Wow. How many were killed in Columbine?
Columbine, I don't know, like 15.
Okay.
It was mainly Robert who started idolizing school shooters. Michael was more like a sidekick. The desperation for fame and hatred toward parents became too much for Robert that, in 2013, he started buying different sorts of knives and other deadly things. Having knives in his possession gave him a sense of power and freedom. He was noticing how different serial killers and shooters became famous after killing a couple of people. So in 2015, he and Michael started planning to become serial killers.
Goal? Do you have a number?
He just wanted, I think he wanted to kill like 50.
Okay.
They had to start with their family, the family who has imprisoned them, the parents who could stop him from becoming a serial killer. For 2 months, Robert planned the murder of his family. Michael was initially reluctant, but the idea of murdering was thrilling for him too.
Then he bought, I think it was like 250 shotgun rounds
Okay.
on eBay. Not eBay, but on
Some website.
And then I think he bought close to 1,000 rounds for the Glocks.
We could notice how much passion and enthusiasm is in his tone. On 23rd of July, they had to receive the ammunition and weapon Robert ordered. So, before mass killing people, they had to finish their family. They planned their murders and executed them quite smoothly. But David Beaver's phone call and Crystal Beaver's words ruined their plans. Both Beaver brothers are now behind bars. But their obsessions and mindset left a lot of questions regarding the upbringing of children and the negative impact of murder documentaries on the mindset of teenagers.